So far, we've managed to get acquainted with different provinces of Iran, and today we're going to become familiar with one of the oldest provinces of Iran, Mazandaran province. Mazandaran province is an Iranian province located along the southern coast of the Caspian Sea and in the adjacent central Alborz mountain range in central northern Iran. It is bordered clockwise by Russia across the sea, Golestan, Semnan, Tehran, Kazvin and Gilan provinces. Mazandaran province is one of the most densely populated provinces in Iran, and it was founded in 1937. The province covers an area of 23,842 square kilometers. Sari is the capital city of the province. The diverse nature of the province features plains, prairies, forests and rainforest, stretching from the sandy beaches of the Caspian Sea to the rugged and snow-capped Alborz Sierra, including Mount Damavand, one of the highest peaks and volcanoes in Asia. Mazandaran is a major producer of farmed fish, and aquaculture provides an important economic addition to traditional dominance of agriculture. Another important contributor to the economy is the tourist industry, as people from all of Iran enjoy visiting this area. Human habitation in the area dates back at least 75,000 years. Recent excavations in Gohar Tape in Rostam Kola provide proof that the area has been urbanized for more than 5,000 years, and the area is considered one of the most important historical sites of Iran. The Hyrkanian Golden Cup, dating from the 9th century BCE, was excavated at Keladasht in Mazandaran. Indigenous peoples of the region include the ethnic Mazandaranis, who speak an Iranian language which most closely resembles the Gilaki and Sangisari language, but also has phonotypical similarities to several Caucasian languages, reflecting the history of the region and its peoples. The province of Mazandaran and Gilan became known as Shomal by all Iranians, meaning the north in Persian. In the Mazandarani language of Iran, and in the Mazandarani calendar, the years divided into 12 30-day months and one pentad of days, often beginning on March the 21st. Nowruz Hani is one of the strongest and most popular traditions of the Mazandarani people. About 15 days before spring arrives, groups of singers are formed and they go from house to house. In return, it's customary for the householders to give them gifts or to offer them sweets, candies, eggs, peas, and other foods. One song includes the lyrics which translate as, "Feel the wind of spring, feel the entrance of Nowruz. Congratulate your friends, flower comes to flowering." Gerdku Ancient Hills. Gerdku Ancient Hills consists of 3 hills, the tallest of which is 26 meters in height. Their history has been estimated to date back to the Iron Age, and the hills are located in Kayam Shah in Mazandaran province. In exploring in this area, a 4,500-year-old grave has been found, as well as objects such as disposable tableware dishes related to the Parthian Empire and Sasanian Empire. There's evidence that the hills at the time of the Sasanian Empire and Muslim conquest of Persia were part of a castle. Alam Ku. Alam Ku, Mount Alam, is a mountain in the Alborz mountain range in the north of Iran, Mazandaran province, forming a peak of the Takht-e-Suleiman massif. It is located in Keladasht district of Mazandaran province of Iran. With an elevation of 4,805 meters, It is the second highest peak in Iran after Mount Damavand. The 800-metre high steep granite north face provides some of the most difficult and interesting mountaineering routes in the country, and the climbs rank alongside major climbing routes in the European Alps. Badab-e Surt. Badab-e Surt is a natural site in Mazandaran province in northern Iran, 95 kilometers south of the city of Sari and 7 kilometers west of Unrest village. It comprises a range of stepped travertine terrace formations that have been created over thousands of years as flowing water from two mineral hot springs cooled and deposited carbonate minerals on the mountainside. Badab-e Surt springs are two distinct mineral springs with different natural characteristics. Located at 1,840 meters above sea level, the first spring contains very salty water that gathers in a small natural pool. The second spring has a sour taste and is predominantly orange, mainly due to the large iron oxide sediments at its outlet. Over the course of thousands of years, the water from these two springs emanating from the mountain range have combined and resulted in a number of orange, red and yellow-coloured pools shaped as a naturally formed staircase. The surrounding vegetation to the north consists of pine forests, while to the east it mainly consists of short trees and shrubs. Farrahabad Mosque. Farrahabad Mosque is related to the Safavid dynasty and is located in Mazandaran province, Sari County. The mosque is related to the Safavid dynasty and dates back to the year 1025 of the Islamic calendar, built based on the architectural style of the Isfahan school. The Farrahabad complex, where Abbas the Great, Abbas I of Persia, spent part of his reign, included a mosque, a bridge, and the Jahannama Palace, which is now the only mosque left. Farrahabad Mosque is 75 meters long and 65 meters wide, giving a floor area of 4,800 square meters, constructed by brick and sarouj, a traditional water-resistant mortar used in Iranian architecture. The Farrahabad Mosque is built in the 4-Iwan architectural style, and its entrance is decorated with colourful tiles. Lak Tarashi, a kind of wood engraving. One of the oldest handicrafts in Mazandaran, this art was first developed by villagers living in the Mazandaran forests. They were able to use certain trees to produce wooden tools due to the fact of being familiar with various kinds of trees. The villagers used a very simple and primitive tool, produced a variety of wooden products such as containers, spoons, ladles, sugar boxes and so on. Artists used trees such as beech, alder, maple, box, etc. to make wooden tools. Mat weaving. Being so popular in Mazandaran province, especially in the western villages, for weaving these handicrafts, two plants named Kala and Vash that grow in the edge of swamps and basins are used. Sometimes reeds and pipes are applied instead of making baskets and hampers. Jarjeen weaving. Jarjeen weaving is an authentic traditional handicraft in Mazandaran. After weaving the marginal part, the main design in the centre, called flowers, play a great role in the background of this handmade object. Borani Bademjan. One of the places in Iran that have very pleasant foods with lots of varieties in Mazandaran province. First, we make a hole in the level of eggplants with a fork and put them on the heat for grilling the eggplants with a brazier or gas, and turn them to the other side so that all sides are grilled and smoked and thoroughly cooked, and it is better to use flame spreading on the gas. When the eggplants are grilled, let them cool. Then we can easily peel them with the help of our hands. After grilling the eggplants, it's best to fry them a little in the frying pan without adding oil to allow excess water to evaporate until finally the bourani are not watery. We pour the yogurt, the grilled cooled eggplants, the garlic and salt in a bowl and mix well together. Use of mint is completely tasty and you can mix it with the rest of the ingredients. Now our eggplant bourani is ready and it just needs to be put in the refrigerator for several hours to mix the tastes. Baghali gatog. Baghali gatog is one of the famous dishes in North Iran. To make this dish, heat butter in the skillet and add the fava beans, salt and pepper. Sauté over medium-high heat for about 7 minutes or until the beans are lightly golden and most of the natural juice is cooked off. Stir gently and frequently. Add chopped dill and hot water, bring it to a boil, then reduce the heat to the mark between medium-low and low. Cover and simmer for 20 minutes. Uncover the skillet and crack the 1 egg on top. Broil for up to 10 minutes or until the egg white is set. Sohankonjadi or postsik is a local sweet dessert which belongs to the Mazandaran province. It is rich in energy that is made with sesame and sugar. The reason for its name is because of a bird named Zik, whose habitat is in northern Iran and the colour of the wings is exactly like this sweetness. Music in this region relates to the lifestyle of the inhabitants, and the melodies revolve around issues such as the forests, cultivation or farming activities, and herding. The most famous dance of this area is the Shomali dance, not forgetting the stick dance that the men perform. Iranians launched a new wave of protests on January 2019 after Iran admitted that the Revolutionary Guards had mistakenly shot down Ukraine International Airlines Flight 752. All 176 people on board, including dozens of Iranians, were killed. Iranians were enraged at the government's incompetence and for denying responsibility for 3 days. "Death to the liars," people shouted in Tehran. The demonstrations came soon after mass protests in November 2019, sparked by a gas price hike. Since the people of Mazandaran have always risen up and opposed the Iranian regime during the recent uprisings in Iran, Mazandaran province was one of the cities that revolted against the tyranny of the clerical government. Thank you for joining us in this program. We will continue to be with you, introducing other provinces of Iran.